Welcome to the section on how to understand and apply search engine marketing and display advertising. In this section, you'll learn about online paid advertising, specifically ads in search engines, on websites, and apps. I'll teach you how to advertise in the Google search engine results when someone does a search related to a product or service. We'll also teach you how to advertise on other websites through something called a display network. As a digital marketer or e-commerce analyst, you're likely to be involved with online advertising. It's a common task for the roles and an important skill to have. I'll start this section by going over search engine marketing, or SEM, and why a marketer would do it. SEM-based ads display when someone makes a query in a search engine. Then you'll learn specifically about paid ads in Google Search using the Google Ads platform. You'll get an overview of common Google ad formats. Then I'll teach you about the process to create an ad in Google Ads. You'll learn about creating the ad campaign, bidding strategies, and audience targeting. I'll also cover the different types of keyword match types as well. Then I'll introduce you to the ad auction, which determines where an ad appears in the search results and how much you'll pay if a user clicks on your ad. This is an important process that happens for every search that includes a Google ad. We'll then wrap up this section with details on how to create a great ad. And then finally, we'll discuss display advertising. These are visual-based ads typically placed on sites across the web. I'll go in depth on a specific type of display ad called responsive display ad. We'll discuss best practices for it and how to create one. Earlier, I discussed my experience with SEO and how it helped expand my brand's reach. And then years later, I was launching a new company I founded. I needed a strategy faster than SEO to get my business in the search results pages. Search engine marketing ads came to the rescue. See, for me, it was a game changer because in less than 24 hours, my company was on the top of search results pages. Search ads allowed me to get in front of my target audience at the exact moment they are looking for solutions for what we offered. I'm excited to teach you more about online paid advertising. Are you ready to get started? Great, then meet me in the next video. There are two main ways to get a business found in search engine results pages, SERPs. Search listings, and paid ads. The paid portion of a placement on search results pages is called search engine marketing, or SEM. Search engine marketing is increasing a product or service's visibility on a search engine results page through paid advertising. As a digital marketer or e-commerce analyst, you may be tasked with setting up SEM-based ads. You may also need to review the performance of your ads to make improvements to existing ads. If you use SEM when a potential customer searches for a product or service you provide, they may see an ad for your business appear on the results page. Typically, you're not charged for your ad to show in search results, but rather once the ad is clicked. In this course, we will primarily focus on how to do search engine marketing on Google. We can talk about the search engine and its marketing with confidence, but you can also do SEM on other search engines as well. Marketers can also use search engine marketing with specific online e-commerce platforms where people search for products on the e-commerce site itself. They are called product-based search engines. For the purposes of this video, we will discuss how SEM works with internet search engines. This is a main type of online ad you will likely use as a digital marketer. Now that you have a basic understanding of how SEM works, let's talk about pay models. When doing SEM, you typically pay when someone clicks on your ad. This is called pay-per-click advertising, or PPC advertising. PPC is a type of advertising model that allows businesses to only pay when someone clicks on their ad. Besides pay-per-click, there are other types of advertising pay models. One example is to pay by how many times someone sees an ad, also called impressions. That's why PPC advertising is desirable for many marketers and businesses. They only pay when someone takes an action and clicks on the ad. Additionally, PPC ensures Google is aligned with the advertiser. Google is motivated to show the right ads to users, ones that will get clicked on in order to get paid. Compare that pay model to a non-digital channel such as a magazine. When you advertise in a magazine, you have to pay a large upfront cost. Plus, you can't really track the actions a reader takes. An exciting part of digital marketing is being able to optimize an ad based on user actions. It opens up the possibility to better serve your potential customers. Once you decide to place an SEM-based ad, where does it appear? Typically, SEM ads appear at the top and bottom of Google SERPs. Where and when an ad appears depends on what type it is. For example, some SEM ads are shopping ads. They may display at the top of the search results page for a product-based Google search or across other Google online properties, such as the shopping tab. Local search ads may display when someone searches for a business, product, or service locally. It's possible that no ads appear on a search results page. Now, imagine you're a marketer. Why would you choose to do SEM as part of a digital marketing strategy? What are its advantages? Well, here are a few. One advantage is that you can reach customers who are likely to buy from your company. SEM allows you to have a website, app, or product show in the SERPs when someone types in certain searches. For example, if you have a plumbing business in Phoenix, Arizona, and a potential customer searches for plumber in Phoenix, Arizona, it's likely they will be interested in your business. A second advantage of SEM is quickly appearing in the search results pages. If a website hasn't built up enough authority or reputation to receive traffic for certain search terms in the search listings, SEM may be beneficial to help with additional visibility. Difficulty appearing in search results can be particularly true for a new website. While a new website can appear in search results fairly quickly, it can take time to build its authority and reputation for competitive search terms. Another advantage is that you'll learn which of your ads are driving sales. If you're launching a new business website, it's likely you aren't receiving many website visitors. That means you aren't recording much analytics data. That can make it difficult to determine if customers are connecting with certain web pages more than others, or measuring whether certain pages are converting at a higher rate. Using SEM, you can drive traffic to specific web pages on your website to collect data. That allows you to determine which content is performing well and which can be improved. A fourth advantage of SEM is control over where you send the searchers. Just because a web page ranks high in the search listings for a given keyword, that doesn't mean it's the best page for conversion. SEM gives you the control over which page shows in search engine for a given search. For example, in a plumbing business, potential customers are searching for leaking water heater repair. Your homepage rank in the search listings in Google for this search. However, you will like a page with a lead form or a number to call for a leaking water heater repairs. With SEM, you can tailor your messaging and use this more direct landing page for searches containing keywords related to leaking water heaters or water heater repair. As a reminder, a landing page is any web page where a visitor enters a website. Typically, the landing page should directly address the problem the potential customer is trying to solve. See, as a digital marketer or e-commerce analyst, you may be tasked with setting up SEM ads. You may also need to review the ad analytics to make improvements to existing ads. Similar to search engine optimization, search engine marketing can be one of the more complex skills you will learn as a beginning digital marketer. But don't worry. We're going to teach you some of the basics. And by the end of this course, you will have a great working knowledge of SEM and Google Ads. You may be wondering, what do these ad formats for Google Ads even look like? And when should you use them? In this video, you'll learn about several different types of Google Ads. Over the years, the types of ads that display in Google search have evolved. The ultimate goal is to show ads that fulfill a searcher's need. And you, as the digital marketer, will use these ads to fulfill the needs of your potential customers as well. Let's go over some different types of ads you will encounter in the SERPs. Text ads are classic ads with a title that is a link. Following the title is a short description. The description should appeal to the searcher and help them understand what they will find if they click on the web page. Shopping ads are specifically for e-commerce businesses. They show products related to the search. Often, products from several different companies have shopping ads displayed. This type of ad differs from text ads because a photo of the product shows in the SERPs. Local services ads are specifically for businesses with local, service-based customers. For example, locksmiths, plumbers, electricians, and real estate agents. To use a local services ad, the business has to be screened by Google. This means someone from Google has confirmed it's a legitimate business. The screening gives a business additional credibility with potential customers. Google Maps ads are for local businesses as well. However, unlike local services ads, they can be for local product-based businesses. For example, a Google Maps ad may work well for a restaurant, a jewelry store, or a fitness gym. Call ads are only for mobile searches, and have become popular as a result of more people using their phones rather than their computers to search for products and services. Call ads allow potential customers to click on the business to immediately make a phone call. For several Google ad types, there are several options for what is called an ad extension. An ad extension features additional information about a business, such as additional website links, a phone number, or an address. There are several ad extensions. Here are a few you should know about. Site link extensions include additional website links that may be helpful to the searcher. This type of extension appeared in our early text ad example. Call extensions make it possible to call a business by clicking on its ad. Another ad extension is the location extension. This extension enables customers to find a local business and pull it up on Google Maps. A fourth is the price extension, which is specifically for e-commerce businesses. It lists a specific product and its price. When a potential customer clicks on the link, they are taken directly to the product page. A fifth ad extension is the structured snippets extension. This information highlights specific aspects of your products and services. Examples of available headers include services, brands, amenities, types, and styles. In addition to the traditional search engine platforms, some digital marketers also consider YouTube a search engine platform. You may find that your potential customers use the platform to solve their problems. In that case, you may want to advertise there. A benefit of YouTube platform is that it can reach potential customers as they are researching a product or service. Often they are in the consideration phase of the marketing funnel. For example, a car dealership can advertise to potential customers as they're watching car reviews. Search engine marketing is an ever-evolving advertising opportunity. As Google learns more about how to best serve searchers, the different ad types and extensions evolve as well. As a marketer or e-commerce analyst, it's important to know the type of online advertising opportunities available. As we've discussed, there are lots of different types of Google ad formats, from search ads to shopping and video ads. Regardless of the ad format, there are certain steps you'll likely take when creating any Google ad. You'll learn about those steps in this video. Your first step is to define your campaign goal. Your goal is, what do you want to achieve with the ad? Do you want to make more sales, get more leads, increase website traffic, or encourage people to visit your store? The goal you choose will inform other campaign options. For example, imagine your goal is to increase website traffic. You'll likely want to select a type of bidding like maximize clicks. This will put your money, also called your ad spend, towards getting people to click on the ad. You may also encounter the word objective instead of goal, such as define your campaign objective. For Google Ads, these words mean essentially the same thing. Remember, your goal or objective is what you want to ultimately achieve with this ad. The next step is to choose your ad campaign type. This determines where your ads will show and what they will look like. The word campaign has a specific meaning in Google Ads. Campaigns are ads that share a budget, location targeting, and other settings. Campaigns are often used to organize categories of products and services you offer. Your Google Ads account can have numerous campaigns operating at one time. So your second step is to choose the campaign for your type of ad, such as search, shopping, local, or video. Depending on which campaign you choose, your ads will appear in different locations. For example, a search ad will appear in the SERPs and a video ad will appear in YouTube. A local ad can also be in Google Maps, websites, and YouTube. Your third step is to set a budget for your campaign. This budget sets the maximum you will spend. Now, you can change it at any time. You will set a daily average budget that specifies how much you want to spend each day over the course of 1 month. Google Ads will automatically optimize your campaign spend over days of the month when you're more likely to get clicks and conversions based on your bid strategy, for example, on days when search traffic is higher. This means that on some days you might not reach your daily budget, while on others might exceed it. However, you will never exceed your monthly spending limit. The fourth step is to choose your bidding strategy. If you select a campaign goal, you'll see a recommended bidding strategy. Google Ads allow you to choose your bidding strategy to ensure that your campaign is designed to meet your specific goal. For example, you might choose to focus your bidding on conversions. You can also select an automated bidding strategy. Many automated strategies use machine learning to improve ad performance. For Google Ads, think of machine learning as a set of software instructions that try to help the ad achieve its goal. An automated bidding strategy takes a challenge and guesswork out of setting bids to meet your performance goals. In an automating bidding strategy, Google Ads sets bids for your ads based on the ad's likelihood to result in a conversion or a sale. The machine learning software in automated bidding strategies learn as they go. As your ads get served to more people, the bid performance informs future bidding amounts. The next step is to select your audience targeting. Targeting helps define how narrow or broad your audience targeting will be, which is deciding who you would like to see your ads. With no targeting, your ads will have the widest reach. Narrowing the targeting of your ads lets you reach the specific customers who are interested in what you have to offer. Remember, your customer personas? Now is the time to put them into use. Common forms of targeting in Google Ads include keywords, audiences, locations, topics, and devices. While you can use the Google Ads tool to get ideas for targeting, typically, you're planning to determine these options before creating an ad. Planning ahead of time avoids making mistakes in the ad creation process. The sixth step is to actually just create your ad. The primary text ad format is responsive search ads, and they're composed of several headlines, descriptions, and a landing page URL. The engines then automatically test different combinations to determine which performs best. Don't forget, creating your ad is only one part of converting a potential customer. Your landing page needs to deliver what the potential customer expects to see when they click on your ad. Now, if they click on an ad and are confused by the landing page, you may lose that potential customer. The seventh step is to set up your conversions. To know if the ad is successful, you must learn if the potential customers are turning into paying customers. Conversion tracking can help track the actions that you want customers to take on your website. By tracking this data, you'll be able to assess the effectiveness of your ads, targeting, and overall campaigns. One way to track conversions is through a tool called Google Analytics. To track conversions, you'll connect Google Analytics directly to your Google Ads account. You'll learn more about Google Analytics in a course later in the program. Now, before setting up any conversions, you need to provide users with clear and comprehensive information about any data you are collecting about them. You also need to get their consent to collect any data. Typically, this consent is gained through a website pop-up and agreement button. So the next time you see a pop-up about collecting any information, also referred to as the cookie consent bar, please read it. You may need to use something similar if you're tracking conversions for a website. Whew. That's a lot of steps to create a Google ad. Now, when you start to create an ad, it may feel a little overwhelming at first. That's okay. But once you learn the platform and create a few ads, you'll understand the process and feel much more comfortable. Stick with it. When doing search engine marketing, keywords are a foundational component. You should be advertising to the right type of potential customers in order to not miss out on any relevant traffic. This starts with accurate keyword research. Remember, keywords are simply the type of words or phrases potential customers are typing into Google search. Now, when choosing keywords for Google Ads, you don't have to enter every type of keyword exactly. Instead, you can use keyword match types. Keyword match types dictate how closely the keyword needs to match with the user's query. In order for the ad to show, there are three options: broad match, phrase match, and exact match. Broad match will show your ads on phrases that relate to your keyword. They may not include the keyword itself. For example, the phrases low-carb diet plan may also appear in searches for carb-free foods, low-carb diets, or low-calorie recipes. To deliver relevant matches, broad match may also take into account the user's recent search activity and the content of the landing page. Yes, the Google Ads algorithm reviews the ad's landing page to better understand the ad itself. The landing page is crucial to success with Google Ads. For broad match types, it's best practice to pair it with an automated bidding strategy. The second keyword match type is phrase match. These are keywords that include the meaning of your keyword. Phrase match is more flexible than exact match, but it's more targeted than broad match. For example, if the keyword is tennis shoes, the ad may show searches for shoes for tennis, buy tennis shoes on sale, or red tennis shoes. The ad wouldn't show for searches such as tennis rackets or training shoes, or can you wear running shoes for tennis? The third type is exact match. These ads may show in searches that have the same meaning or same intent as a keyword. Of the three keyword matching options, exact match gives you the most control over who sees your ad. For example, the keyword shoes for men may show on searches for shoes men, men's shoes, or men's shoe. The ad wouldn't show for men's tennis shoes or shoes for boys. Understand how that's very focused? See, all match types are able to match to close variants of the keyword, such as plurals, misspellings, synonyms, and reordered words. That means there is usually no need to build long, exhaustive keyword lists that include all of these variations in your campaigns. When determining keywords for your Google Ads, you should also consider negative keywords. When you add negative keywords, you exclude search terms from your ad campaigns. It helps avoid relevant searches that you know won't perform well. Google Ad focuses on keywords that increase your account performance. You can use negative keywords for any of the matching options discussed earlier in the video. Let's cover one example for broad match keywords. With this match type, your ad may still show if the search contains some of your keyword terms. But it's important to note that unlike positive keywords, negative keywords won't match to close variants. For example, let's imagine running shoes is a negative broad match keyword. The ad may show for blue tennis shoes or running shoes, but it won't show for blue running shoes, or shoes running or running shoes. Now, why are we covering all this information about keywords? It's very important that your keywords match for content of your ads and the landing page for something called the ad auction. The ad auction is how Google determines which ads show in what order for each search results that contain text ads. Where your ads show on a particular search is called ad rank, which is a value Google uses to determine your ad's position. There are three main factors that determine ad rank. The first is your bid. The bid is how much you're willing to pay each time a potential customer clicks on the ad. The more you're willing to pay, the higher it may show in the SERPs. The second factor is the quality of your ads and landing page. With each auction, Google assesses the relevance of your ads and landing page to the user's query, as well as the likelihood a user will click your ad. A diagnostic tool called Quality Score is your Google Ads account can help you identify areas for improving ad quality. Quality Score is shown on a scale of 1 to 10. This score acts as a guide for improving your ad effectiveness and is not used in the auction. The third factor that determines ad rank are ad extensions. This is the additional information you provide in the Google ad, such as a phone number or additional links to your website. You should use all ad extensions that are relevant to your business. Together, these three factors help determine when and if your ad will appear to potential customers. It's important to note that there are other ad rank factors as well, including context of the search and other results on the page. So, as you can understand, it's crucial to align your ads with the right keywords. And if you don't, your ads may show to the wrong type of searchers, and this may affect your ad rank. With closely matching keywords, the right bid, a quality ad, and a helpful landing page, you will be much more likely to get your ad at the top of a Google search. Let's cover some of the best practices to create an effective search ad. In addition to encouraging potential customers to click on your ad, why would you want an effective ad? Well, an effective ad can appear higher in search results pages and generate more clicks and more conversions, sometimes even at a lower cost per click than your competitors. Here are several best practices to consider when creating your Google ad for search. Craft your messaging to focus on user needs and benefits. This indicates value to a searcher. They're more likely to respond to ads that include concepts important to them. Think about what the searcher wants from your ad. Is it reliability and trustworthiness? You may want to use language such as official site, or do they want a wide selection of products? You may want to include view our inventory. This is a great time to put those customer personas to use. Review the persona's goal and consider adding them to your ad. Another best practice is to include at least one of the keywords in your ad group in your headlines. Remember, the headline is the clickable link at the top of your ad. The description is below the headline. Google will automatically test combinations of headlines and descriptions, so be sure any combination will read well. It's important to include text from keywords because that's what potential customers are thinking about. If your ad connects with what they're searching for, they may be more likely to click on it. Also, there are a couple of advanced tools that place the keyword in the headline and certain customizations for automatically tailoring ad copy. You'll learn these advanced techniques as you grow your knowledge with Google Ads. A third best practice is to avoid generic sales language. Phrases like "call us today" create a false sense of urgency. Keep the user benefit in mind. If there really isn't a benefit to the user, well, why would they even call today? Non-specific or generic calls to action, such as sign up today or book today, often show decreased engagement with ads. Instead of generic sales language, use specific and relatable calls to action. Imagine you're writing copy for a property management company. Instead of writing "book now" in the ad, write "book your dream vacation rental." This is more specific and relates more closely to what the potential customer desires. Another best practice is to implement all ad extensions that make sense. Ad extensions provide additional information about the business. They are designed to make search ads more appealing by showing helpful information. Including ad extensions can also make ads more prominent on the results page. Extensions such as location, call, or app install improve the experience for mobile users as well. It's an easy way to separate the ad from competitors. Multiple extensions can show with your ads, so enable everything that makes sense for your business. And when possible, try to enable at least 4. Google Ads determines the best combination of extensions on an auction-by-auction basis. A fifth best practice is to optimize your landing page. The ad and landing page work together to provide a great user experience. You should compare your keywords to the copy on the landing page and its overall user experience. The exact keywords don't need to be on the landing page, but the relevancy should be clear right away. Like, ask yourself questions such as, how useful is a landing page to someone who clicks on the ad? Is the page well organized? Does the text relate to someone's search terms? Is the landing page clear in its directions? You should also make your landing page reliable. Ensure it loads as quickly as possible. If page loads takes too long, users may get frustrated and leave the page. This indicates to Google that the ad and page may not be the best option. I just want to say nice work. I mean, you just learned some useful best practices for creating a Google ad for search. Think of creating Google ads as an experiment. You'll follow the best practices above and create different ads. You'll receive feedback and results. Then you'll tweak the copy of lower performing ads. Now, this is all in an effort to deliver the best ads and landing page to your potential customers. The more you practice, the better your ads will become. We already discussed SEM and getting ads placed in Google search. Another popular online advertising option is placing ads on other online properties, such as a website or app, that are not search engines. For example, if you sold children's furniture, you may want to get an ad for your products on a website about furniture trends. The marketing term for this type of ad placement is display advertising. Think of display advertising as visual ad formats placed on websites or applications. Let's imagine you're a digital marketer for an e-commerce company. You like to get your products advertised on websites with the visitors who have similar interests as your customers. You can spend the time to contact websites and ask if they could put your ad on their website, but that would be a lot of work. Or you could sign up for a display advertising network such as Google Display Network. The Google Display Network is a group of more than 2 million websites, videos, and apps where display ads can appear. The network reaches over 90% of internet users worldwide. Now, within this network, you could use targeting to show your ads in particular context, such as outdoor lifestyles or a specific website. Or the ad could show for particular audiences, such as young moms or people shopping for new sedans. Or can also include searcher locations and remarketing to previous website visitors as well. With display advertising, getting your ad in front of the right people is crucial. Unlike search ads, the people who encounter a display ad are not directly searching for your product or service. They're just merely seeing your ad. To increase the likelihood of a desired action, like a sign-up or a purchase, you must deliver your ad to your likely customer. Generally speaking, there are 2 types of Google display ads, uploaded and responsive. With uploaded ads, you will have to create the ad graphic, meet the required specifications, and then upload the ad. There are several ad sizes to choose from, such as banner, leaderboard, and skyscraper. Marketers choose to create custom ads like this if they have a specific vision for their ad design. They also need the design resources and the time to create the ad. With responsive display ads, you upload the content, such as images, headlines, logos, videos, and descriptions. Google Ads will automatically generate ad combinations. These ad combinations are for websites, apps, YouTube, and Gmail. While there's less control over what the ad looks like, some people prefer this responsive ad because it's easier. They don't have to create ad graphics based on different ad sizes. Google Ad does all the work. Here are a few more benefits of responsive display ads. One benefit is that you get to use Google Ads software to optimize your ads. The software uses the best combination of ad content, such as the images, the headlines, and logos to deliver the best performing ads to potential customers. The thing is, you don't need to test any of the combinations. Google Ads does it automatically. Another benefit is that your ads have a broader reach. This means that your ads reach more customers. Some websites only support certain type of ad sizes. So if you're uploading ads manually and you don't upload the specific ad size, your ad won't display on that website. When you use responsive display ads, Google will adjust the ad size, appearance, and format to fit just about any ad space available. A third benefit of responsive display ads is that you can use them with videos. Adding videos will maximize your reach on the display network. If you upload a video, Google will then test the video against the photos you upload. If the video delivers a better performance, when possible, it will show instead of the photos. A fourth benefit is that it will save you time. With responsive display ads, you can reduce the time spent on managing a complicated ad portfolio with a bunch of different types of ads. Google Ads takes care of that. You can dedicate more time to performance improvement. As you can understand, compared to search advertising, display advertising is much more visual. It can be difficult to design ads than manage them in Google Ads. However, responsive display ads can make your job more simple. That may be important if you have a new role as a digital marketer or e-commerce analyst. In this video, we're going to cover responsive display ad best practices, which are the most popular type of display ad. Follow these best practices to reach more customers and drive performance. First, we'll review creative best practices and then tips specifically for images. Let's start with the creative best practices. The first is to upload the recommended number of assets. Remember, assets are the content of the ad, such as the headline, image, description, logo, and business name. To drive the best results, Google recommends 5 headlines, 5 images, and 5 descriptions. On average, advertisers have 10% more conversions when using multiple headlines, images, and descriptions with responsive display ads. Another best practice is to create unique and effective copy. Your headline should demonstrate your brand or product's value. It needs to be interesting and useful to customers. Write the headline so it's clear and effective without the support of a description. The description should complement the headline. Use a description to explain the product or service's value clearly to your potential customers. A third best practice is to ensure the landing page keeps the customer experience cohesive. We've covered the landing page in a previous video for SEM, but it still applies for display ads. The messaging on the landing page should match the messaging on the ad. Now, if the experience from the ad to the landing page is confusing, the potential customer may just go back to what they're doing before clicking on your ad. So make it clear as possible what the next desired action should be and how they can take it. A fourth best practice is to rotate in new display ads every few weeks. Improving ads is a trial and error process. So swap out lower performing creative assets for new ones. See, even great banners can become less effective over time. Rotating in new ads prevents potential customers from developing ad fatigue. Now, ad fatigue happens when your audience encounters your ads so often they become bored and stop paying attention. Avoid the fatigue by rotating in new ads. The images you upload to your responsive display ad are the most crucial element of the ad. They help customers understand the business, products, and brand. Here are some tips when choosing images for your display ad. Use images with a strong visual focus. Images that support the main point of your ads tend to perform the best. If you don't have quality images or are having difficulty adhering to the images policy, consider using an image from Google's library of stock images. These images are at no cost to use for your ads. To ensure the ad has strong visual focus, don't overlay a logo, text, or button. Adding a logo will become repetitive in certain ad formats. You also shouldn't include text in the image. The text can be unreadable in certain smaller ad formats. Additionally, buttons such as Book Now or Download may seem like an effective call to action, but they may violate Google's ad policy, so avoid these as well. If you're advertising a product, a third image tip is to make the product the focus of the image. Blank space should not take up more than 80% of the image. Keep this in mind if you're doing a photo shoot with products. A fourth tip is to make sure the setting of the background suits the product. For example, you don't want to create a fake background for an image, such as putting a product in outer space. Well, unless, of course, it's actually in space. Instead, use images at a physical setting with natural lighting and shadows. When using images in Google Ads, there are quite a few policies and recommendations. But once you learn it, then you know it. As a new digital marketer and e-commerce analyst, responsive display ads are a great advertising tool. You get to utilize advanced software to make effective and high-performing ads. Google released this technology in 2016. It hasn't been around for that long. If needed for your job, please take advantage of it.
Congratulations on finishing this video from the Google Digital Marketing and E-commerce Certificate. Access the full experience on Coursera, including job search help, and start earning the official certificate by clicking the icon or the link in the description. Watch the next video in the course by clicking here, and subscribe to our channel for more lessons from Google Career Certificate.